Hi, my name is Casey Donnelly, and I'm the Communications and Safe Sport Coordinator for Bowls Canada. I invite you to join me as I get to know Canada's national squad members through a virtual chat. In this next interview with a national team member, I get the chance to chat with Joanna Cooper, a member of the senior squad.
My name's Joanna Cooper. I've been on the team since 2017, and these days I'm playing lead and second.
So how did you first get into bowls?
Well, I have been a curler in the winters, and at the time one of my teammates was Pat Bird, who at that time was already well into his bowls career and on the national team. And one summer he convinced our whole curling team to join a bowls league at Rotary Park Lawn Bowling Club in Calgary. It was a recreational fours league just on the weekend, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it, playing with your friends and having a beer, and just a nice way to spend a summer evening. And from there I started doing a bit of training with Pat, and yeah, that's kind of where it all started.
Cool, that sounds awesome. So did it take you some time to get good at the sport, or were you pretty good when you first tried it?
I think I had some skills that transferred well to bowls from curling, the weight control and the idea of having to adjust your line to throw different weights. I did kind of move up the ranks fairly quickly. I played my first provincial in 2014, and in 2016 I was playing at the North American Challenge. So I think part of that was having Pat be the one to teach me the game. He sort of helped me get some good fundamentals and a delivery that had some fluidity and good timing and rhythm, and sort of seeing his work ethic helped me sort of advance, and also the opportunities that I started to have in extending the bowl season. So playing in New Zealand when I started studying there, and also in Australia to get used to those conditions.
Cool, that's awesome. And why do you love the sport?
I really like the challenge, sort of the quest to improve every day and learn something from each game and each training session. Bowls has also taken me to a lot of really amazing places across Canada and around the world, and one of the big parts is the people that you meet. I've made a lot of really great friends through bowls, and sort of the community that you become a part of is a pretty special part of our sport. And the bowls community sort of becomes your family after a while, especially when you're away from home.
Yeah, fair enough. So what do you currently do for work?
Well, I just recently submitted my PhD thesis. I've been studying that at the University of Otago in Dunedin, New Zealand. My project was in geophysics. It was seismic imaging of the ocean. So seismic imaging is sort of similar to medical ultrasound imaging.
Okay.
But instead of making pictures of the inside of your body, I was making pictures of the interior of the ocean. So different types of water with different temperatures and salinities and currents and eddies and fronts and that kind of thing. So I'll be finished everything related to that in the next couple of months, and hoping to start work as a postdoc with a research institute here in Calgary.
Cool, that's amazing. Do you feel like you'll do any more school, or are you done after this?
I've been in school for a long time, so I think it's time to get a real job.
There.
You never know.
So besides curling, do you play any other sports?
Not competitively, but I like road cycling and hiking. I haven't curled in a few years because I've been in New Zealand during the winters, but I'd like to get back into that at some point. And I also golf a little bit. Definitely did more of that this summer with COVID than any other summer, and really enjoyed that. It's sort of like bowls in the sort of challenge to improve, and it's also good for my mental game to, try to deal with frustration and that kind of thing.
Makes sense. Do you have a favorite bowls memory?
It's probably winning the 2014 Southern Alberta Novice Pairs with my dad. There aren't many sports where you can play at a competitive level with your parent or your child, so bowls is one of those, and it was a really special thing to do, and we ended up winning, which was great, and that kind of launched both of our bowls careers, really, so that's sort of where it all started.
Awesome. Do you have a fun fact about you in general?
I'm a keen jigsaw puzzler. I've been doing puzzles ever since I was a kid with my family, and something I still do. After I submitted my thesis, I started a 9,000 piece jigsaw puzzle.
Wow.
Which it's an antique world map design, and when it's finished, it will measure 4 by 6 feet. So,
wow,
not exactly where I'm gonna put it all together because I don't have a table that big. But right now, I'm putting it together in pieces, and it's certainly keeping me busy.
That's awesome. That'll come in handy for these lockdowns.
Yeah, it's definitely a very popular thing to do. Puzzles these days.
So, what are your goals for your bowls development?
I just want to keep improving. Just see where it takes me as far as how good I can get. I feel like I still have a lot of potential to improve sort of the technical repeatability of my delivery, and then other areas like my tactics and ability to adapt to different conditions, and just want to keep getting better, being a better teammate, learning every day. So
cool.
Just a few little things.
Awesome. Have you seen any positive changes at your club or province since you started playing?
One of the big things that happened recently was Calgary Lawn Bowling Club moved to a new location. They were in an inner city spot that the city wanted the land back to have some park space, so they moved the club out to the west side of the city, and as a result they built 2 brand new greens, and so that was really awesome because they're nice and flat, which is because they're new, not too many winters to have frost heave,
True.
make them unlevel. So it's really good for working on your delivery, just the feedback that you get from having a really true green. And they're also nice and firm and fast, so that's been really helpful for working on your weight control, your touch, and being able to play on those faster surfaces that we encounter, like in Australia, for example. So that's been really great.
Cool. That's awesome. If you could tell younger you a piece of bowls advice, what would it be?
It'd probably be to back yourself. I think when you're sort of new, you look around and see everybody and they're so good and you don't know what you're doing, and I think it's important to realize that that can be you too. You can get to that level if you work hard, and so I think it would just be to have confidence and dream big and work hard, and you can get there too.
Nice. Some good advice for sure. If you could start your bowls career over again, would you change anything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not big on coulda, woulda, shoulda, but guess maybe I would just say that I would have started younger. I see the youth bowlers coming through, like juniors and under 25, and they just have so much experience already at a young age, and yeah, I think experience counts for a lot in bowls. Just knowing what to do in different situations and playing in different conditions, and so, yeah, the experience that you get just accumulates over time. So yeah, I didn't really know anything. Well, I didn't know anything about bowls when I was growing up. So yeah, the opportunities that you get when you start young, it seems like you can just keep playing forever. So yeah, I think they're really setting themselves up well.
For sure. All right, and that's all my questions.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.